So this is Point Race 12, and this is two videos behind. Like, I know I'm two videos behind again, but these, I'll say this, Point Race 12 and 13's been a heck of a nightmare, all because of one thing. Because of all of this. The ignition system thing has been a problem for the last 2 weekends, and it's been a nightmare. And so qualifying in Point Race 12, I forgot, to be honest. It was okay, but it gave me a decent start in the heat race. I believe I was second row in the heat race. I'm pretty sure I was, yeah, second row. Then we get to the heat race, then all of a sudden the motor sputtered really bad. Once the green flag drops, hit the gas, all I heard is blah, 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 blah. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it. It was sputtering so bad that everybody passed me in the first corner. It was running that slow. The takeoff was very slow. I felt like a complete plain Jane stock motor. It was that bad. And I finished last, so dang. We get to the A main. I finished last again because yet again the motor was sputtering. Well, before the A main, Grandpa George was saying, "Hey, try to change your fuel pump. Change your jetting." Which he changed the jetting, then we changed the fuel pump, and it did the exact same thing. So, George got the motor after the A main. Well, on Sunday, I should say. He took the motor, he got it back. He was saying, "Oh, I believe your ignition system is pretty bad." It was like, darn. My god, that was bad. Oh, man. The ignition system, um, I'll say this. That ignition system that was on that weekend, I'm gonna announce this right now. My dad bought a second motor. Yep, I finally get to announce it. It was 3 months ago. Even though it was 3 months ago, I never announced it. It was because I just didn't want a lot of people to know. But here you go. My dad bought a second motor. It was $800. I'll show you pictures in the end. Because this video is really short. It's 3 minute mark. So, like it was $800, came with everything except for a pipe and muffler and a ignition coil. So we used the CDI box and the stator off of that motor, and it turns out it wasn't that great. The coil, we had to get another coil, but the ignition system failed. So now we know, hey, not to use that system on the second motor. Oh, by the way, the reason why we haven't gotten to finish building it for 3 months, or Grandpa George couldn't be able to, is because of Crankworks needs to build a crank, and they haven't even done anything to the crank yet. So I don't even know. Crankworks says 2 months. Okay, we waited 2 months. George calls, it's like, "Oh, give us another 2 weeks." Called again, "Oh, another 2 weeks." I was like, oh man, come on, Crankworks, hurry up with your crank. You know, like their special crank or whatever it's called, so we could get that motor ready. But now me and my dad were thinking, if this keeps going, then we're gonna have to build that second motor. No, without that crank. Just use a stock crank or whatever. Because that's the only thing that's holding us up. But that's it for this weekend's race. But I got one more to say. You know that Friday and Saturday race? It was big craziness going on. I lost this guy. You want more questions about what happened? You can message me on Facebook, or Facebook Messenger or email or whatever. But yeah, I lost him. I don't want to explain it in this video, but if you want an answer about that, just go ahead and message me. But now the next video I'll be talking about Point Race 13 and yet again ignition problem in the next video. So here's the pictures to that second motor, 5 seconds long to each picture. I hope it's decent and long enough. So peace. So this is point race 12, and